You can change your finances, not in 10 years, not when the perfect opportunity arises, but in 6 months. But before I tell you how, I need to ask you an uncomfortable question. How many times have you promised to change your financial situation and not followed through? Once, 10, or every New Year's Eve? Most people do not fail because they are irresponsible. They fail because they cannot identify where the mistake is. Stay until block 3 because I'm going to show you a system of 4 numbers that will reveal exactly where your money is disappearing, and the answer will surprise you. If you have arrived here searching for how to get out of debt, how to achieve financial independence, and how to become rich, you are in the right place. My name is Brian. I have made all the mistakes you are probably making right now, and I learned the hard way, paying with time and money. This video is not about promises, it is about execution, about the basics, done consistently. So stop having attitudes that keep you poor or a failure, and start having execution and purpose in your financial goal. So let's get started. Why can't you save money? Your problem is not discipline, it is not the salary, it is not the economy. Your problem is your brain and the way it has been programmed. Imagine your mind as a dense forest. Each habit you repeat creates a path within that forest. The more you repeat, the easier it becomes to walk that path. Spending on the card, impulse buying, scrolling the screen for hours, these paths are already highways in your brain, automatic, effortless. Now think about saving money, tracking expenses, investing every month. These paths are still dense jungle. You try, you get tired and give up. This is not weakness, it is neuroscience. The good news is that you can open new paths, but for that you need a real reason, because it is the reason that changes everything. Why do you want to change? Not the standard answer, the real answer. Do you want to stop feeling that tightness when the card closes? Do you want to have a reserve that gives you the right to say no to a bad job? Do you want to reach 50 with assets, not with debt? Without that clear reason, you will give up at the first difficult choice. Write this down now, on your phone, on a post-it, somewhere you will see it every day. Motivation is not excitement. It is having a clear reason to act when laziness strikes, and it will strike, you can be sure of that. In this next segment, I will give you the 4 numbers you need to master so you never lose control of your money again. The plan that works. Now that you have the reason, you need a plan, but not for 5 or 10 years. Forget that for now. Think about the next 6 months. Just 6 months. What is your realistic financial goal for that period? Having an emergency fund, paying off credit card debt, starting to invest even if it's a little, that's possible. But only if you master 4 numbers. Number 1, how much do you earn? Number 2, how much do you spend? Number 3, how much do you owe? Number 4, how much do you have saved? It's that simple. But here's the problem. Most people can only answer number 1 with certainty. In the United States, about 47% of credit card users carry debt from one month to the next. And the most concerning part, 61% of these people have been in debt for at least a year. And as long as you don't know these 4 numbers, any financial plan is just a guess. Step 1. Face the debts list. All your debts now. Original amount, current amount, interest rate, term. Organize from the highest rate to the lowest. Focus on the most expensive first. Credit card, overdraft, negotiate, especially the oldest ones. The institution that lent you money already knows it won't receive the full amount. You have more negotiating power than you think, so learn to use it immediately. And here is an important nuance. Not all debt is a fire that you need to put out immediately. For example, if you have a mortgage with a rate of 4% or 5% and can invest your money in a high-yield savings account or treasury bonds with similar returns, there is no rush. The real danger lies in credit card debt, where interest rates are 4 or 5 times higher than any safe investment. The real problem is the debts that grow faster than any of your investments can grow. While the economy discusses base rates, the average credit card interest rate in the United States hovers around 19% to 21% per year. But with American compound interest, that is enough to trap you in a debt cycle for decades. That one you eliminate first. Step 2. Map your expenses for 30 days. For an entire month, write down everything that leaves your account. Everything. The coffee, the Sunday delivery, the bank transfers to friends, the car payment. At the end of the month, separate into 3 categories. Essentials, what you cannot cut, rent, transport, food. Important, what can be postponed but will be needed eventually. Education, basic clothing. Superfluous, what you can reduce without destroying your quality of life. I assure you, most people who do this exercise find out that they are not broke, they are just spending their money poorly. If you are enjoying this content, don't forget to like the video. This helps my work reach more people like you. Next block, how to automate this control and start making your money work for you. Once the flow is resolved, the budget comes next. And here is a rule that changes everything. A part of what you earn is not yours. It belongs to your future self. Most people save what is left over, and there is never anything left over. So reverse the logic, set aside first, spend later. If you still have expensive debts, start with 1%, just 1%. The goal is not the amount, it is to establish the habit. Then it gradually increases, 5%, 10%, 15%. Ideally, over time, it should reach 20, 25%. When that money hits the account, invest it immediately, before any other decision. Now pay close attention, as I will show you why the amount of your investment matters less than you think, and why time is a stronger ally than the size of your investment. Person A invests $300 per month for 30 years at 8% per year. Person B, wait 10 years, then invest $500 per month for 20 years at the same 8% per year. Person B invested more money from their own pocket, $120,000 against $108,000 from person A. But who ends up with more? Person A, $421,400, person B, $286,600. Even investing $12,000 less from their own pocket, person A accumulated almost 47% more wealth. This happens because compound interest needs time to create the snowball effect. The money that person A invested in the first 10 years earned interest on interest for 3 whole decades. Conclusion, it is better to start with little today than with a lot in 10 years' time. Time is the only asset that you cannot buy back. Now, if you don't know where to invest, for those who are starting out, the basics work like this. Emergency fund, high-yield savings account, HISA, or money market accounts. This is where you keep your money earning interest with full liquidity and FDIC protection. Midterm, diversify between index funds, like those that track the S&P 500, and T-bills for protection. Long-term, focus on accounts with tax advantages, such as the Roth IRA or individual brokerage accounts. The goal here is compound growth over decades. You don't need to be an expert to start. You need to start to become an expert. If you are enjoying this video, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Here you learn about financial education and how to invest correctly without any nonsense. Feel free to leave a like to help me grow alongside you, and let me know in the comments what debts are preventing you from growing your wealth. Now let me summarize what you need to do from today. 1. Discover your real reason for change. Write it down. Keep it visible. 2. Face your debts. List them. Negotiate. Eliminate the most expensive ones first. 3. Track everything for 30 days. Find out where your money is going. 4. Create a budget. Set aside for investing before spending. 5. Start investing today with what you have. You can change your finances in 6 months, not by becoming a millionaire, but by changing direction. And that's what matters now. The results come later, first come the habits. If this video helped you, leave your like. That shows me I should keep bringing this type of content. See you next time.